The chair recognizes the honourable member for Kalani.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, today, Kalani has very little to say, but there are some housekeeping matters that I would bring up, that I brought up previously, but want to remind the government of these matters that we face and are still challenges within the Kalani constituency. These are matters that I would have spoken about yesterday. And I asked the government to review the situation, the road situation in Bohemia West. It is a disaster, and we have been asking for some help for a while. Election is a far distance away, and therefore I would hope that you put us on your list as quickly as possible. We also have challenges, Madam Speaker, in the Ruby Avenue area, which is immediately west of the facility or the land that we are talking about today. And, Madam Speaker, those condominiums, the NICO condominiums, face serious problems, not only with flooding, but because of the continuous flooding throughout the year results in continuous erosion of their parking and housing facility, cracking of the streets, potholes, etc. And Madam Speaker, I want to remind this Parliament as to the challenges that we face. As you can see, on the eastern side of this wall is where the police station, the banks, and the property that we're talking about is located. And you would notice that they are higher than the road level of Ruby Avenue and subsequently the NICO apartments. So you can imagine if this has been a chronic problem for years upon years, not only with your government, but with mine and previous government. It resulted in continuous flooding in these condominium complexes. These problems were created by us, but the results they are experiencing, numerous potholes, bad roads, etc. And yes, one may argue that that's their parking facility, but the point is their facility is disturbed or experiencing the problem because of what we did. So it's only fair that we take the responsibility and repair their road system. Madam Speaker, that is a chronic problem, and I'm sure that the government would recognize that that's a problem created by previous governments, including their own, including my own, and including governments before them. Madam Speaker, I want to remind them again, the lights, the road, the street lights, from the western end of Goodman's Bay as far as Seaview Avenue, or what we know as the Goodman's Bay Corporate Center. Those lights are off. I walked that area again this morning, and it is extremely dark. You can hardly see your hand in front of your eyes. It poses danger to those individuals who are exercising or walking that street. Now, a very long time ago, Madam Speaker, the government had made a commitment, and I'm certain that it's even higher now. The government pays BPL $1 million per month to ensure that street lighting is provided within New Providence. $1 million per month. That was BPL. That was more than 7 years ago. And therefore, it's probably a lot more. So if the government is paying this amount of money to BPL to provide lighting, that money is the taxpayers' money. So it's only fair that we can request the repair of our streetlights within our constituencies. So that is a chronic problem, and it is presenting some security challenges to the people in the West. And the same applies to Munnings Drive. Again, they make contribution to BPL for their lighting system. Now, I understand that with the changes, Pike is responsible for the transmission and distribution, and therefore the lights presumably fall on the Pike. But we're talking about more than 7 years ago, $1 million per month that the taxpayers are paying to BPL, and yet we're having challenges with our street lights. So I would like government to address especially that corporate, that Cable Beach area. But Madam Speaker, we have even more serious problem. Goodman's Bay is an excellent exercise area for members, not only from the western area, but throughout New Providence utilize the facility. We have recreational facility, and a lot of kids utilize the Goodman's Bay recreational facility. But the challenges we see now, Madam Speaker, is vehicular traffic continuously move the barricades on Goodman's Bay and has now created a track road on the Goodman's Bay facility, including our recreational or playing facilities. And Madam Speaker, it's now a track road within the Goodman's Bay Park, and from time to time, you can see cars racing through the park and pulling jet skis. Pulling jet skis. That is what's happening on our park now. And I'm not talking hearsay. I've seen it myself. And Roads and Park would continuously put up chain to barricade and stop individuals from driving on the park. But I asked government to deal with this matter because it's only a matter of time before somebody utilizing Goodman's Bay Park will be injured. And if it's not an adult, it can be a kid, because the kids are utilizing the swings. And you can imagine cars and jet skis racing past you while children are utilizing the swings. This is an urgent matter and has to be addressed with urgency. Madam Speaker, when we're talking about roads, we must not forget the South Ocean Road, where the South Ocean subdivision is, that area that's adjacent to the old South Ocean Hotel. The road is terrible. Remember, we have heavy vehicular traffic coming from the oil facility, storage facility in the west, and the roads are continuously under repair. And at this point in time, the roads are so bad, Madam Speaker, that we need serious repair to the South Ocean Road. But we have now another problem that has created in the vicinity of King's College. Madam Speaker, believe it or not, there's a chronic problem in this country where drains are covered with grills. Now, I don't know whether those grills are copper or some other type of heavy metal. But individuals go around and steal the grills. Yes, yes. And therefore, the drains are opened. Opened. Yes, there's a large drain now opened near King's College in the west, and cars are falling within the drain, damaging their tires and rims, etc. That is very dangerous. Now, I am certain that is a problem not only in the western New Providence, but that's a problem, Southern Shores also. But it's a chronic problem. I don't know how we stop individuals from stealing the grills of drains. Where they carry it, they melt it, I don't know. But it's a serious problem to vehicles. You can imagine driving and you hit, drains are large trenches. Madam Speaker, I asked the government, it's a serious problem in the West. A lot of our students attend King's College. A lot of individuals live beyond King's College. A lot of heavy trucks with gas travel that area. And when they hit those drains, they will make the hole even larger because of their weight, which means that a small car or even a Mercedes-Benz coming, making 60 miles an hour, hit or fall in one of those drains, it's going to be disaster. Let's try and repair that before we have some. No. Now, Madam Speaker, another problem. One of the big problems we face in the Bahamas, we have laws. We have lots of laws. But we do not enforce our laws. Now, this may not be a problem in central areas, but one of the problems we're facing now, you can imagine, Madam Speaker, you are exercising, walking the Cable Beach Strip, walking the Goodman's Beach area, and suddenly you're walking in dog mess. It's now becoming a chronic problem. Individuals are walking their dogs. When they walk them in Life at Key or whatever, they're traveling with their scooper. Why do you allow your dogs to drop your mess on the Cable Beach Strip where we're walking in the sidewalk, or even in the Goodman's Bay area? And I've watched individuals, and God knows I wanted to come out and cuss a particular individual, because he knows that he don't do that where he's from. So why you want to do it in our country? He should be walking, and all of them should be walking with a scooper, to ensure that, yes, you brought your dogs out. We don't have a problem with that. But at least don't leave the mess, because individuals walk in it and subsequently transport it to their homes or to restaurants, to hotels, etc., which can be a mess. So that's a matter we have to enforce our laws before that get out of hand. And those who have these pet dogs, they know what policies are from where they purchase the dogs from. Now, Madam Speaker, with respect to land resolution, the concern I have are twofold. This was raised by the member from Central Grand Bahama. The land we're talking about is in excess of 2 acres. The Cable Beach Strip is very expensive. Land beyond the Cable Beach Strip, going in between Old Fort Bay and Life at Key, which is not as expensive as the Cable Beach Strip. That land, Madam Speaker, is going at $1 million per acre. $1 million per acre. So can you imagine the Cable Beach Strip? That land, I've spoken to several of the residents from the Westwood Villa area that impact, and I've spoken to several real estate agents, and they've informed me that that land should be sold for at least $3 to $4 million. These individuals are getting away with murder. $1.6 million. If you want to sell land of that value for $1.6 million, I would be willing to buy it today, because I know the value. When I speak to members in the Westwood Villa area, they have said they would get together themselves and purchase that piece of property for $1.6 million. I ask government, do not give our land away for 1.6. It's worth $3 to $4 million. Now, if it was signed at that particular time, hold on, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. So you understand that land has gone up exponentially. Let me give you an example. An individual, no, so you'd understand, an individual who's close to me had purchased a piece of land in the West. In the West. No, it's not locked in. For $60,000. $60,000. The price of land has gone up so dramatically and exponentially that he sold the property just recently for $750,000 from $60,000. So I'm just giving you an example of what has transpired since that was signed. That land since then has gone up exponentially, especially with all the development that's going along there. So look at it again. In addition to that, we were introducing a policy, and I hope governments today, tomorrow, and future would think serious about implementing such a policy. There are many Bahamians in this country who are trying to purchase land. They cannot afford the price of land in the Bahamas, especially New Providence. The government, through Crown, owns 77% of the land in the Bahamas, the Crown. We should enforce a policy, and it should be with all government, that the Crown land should always remain in the hands of Bahamians. The private land, you can sell, no problem. But the Crown must always remain in the hands of Bahamians. If individuals need such facility for development or expansion of their property, of their development, which would have a great impact in the Bahamas, on the Bahamas, then yes, one may consider, but still, it won't be sold. It may be leased so that you would not stagnate development. But at least we know that as the next generation come about, that land back to the Bahamians. So I ask, that should be a government policy to protect our land, protect our future generation. We should not sell our crown to. But, Madam Speaker, it's important for individuals to know what is intended to go on this piece of real estate that we are debating here. I've been informed that the hotel want to put the generator facility there, the power station there, and the residents in the West, especially the Westwood Villa, those who live adjoining those areas, are very concerned. You can imagine they already have the problems with flooding and road corrosion that was created by us. Now we're compounding the problem because the hotel want to put generation electrical power facility there. We're going to now experience severe noise pollution. What are they doing to mitigate that? We're going to also experience exhaust and fumes, which will have direct impact on our health. We already face a serious problem of chronic non-communicable disease and chronic respiratory problem. You are now exposing our residents in the immediate vicinity not only to noise pollution, but to respiratory challenges in the future. We will not see the challenges today, but we'll see it tomorrow. And it's our responsibility as government to protect our future generation. These are the problems that we the concerns that we have, Madam Speaker, but the issue was addressed, yes, under my government. However, we have to look again at the pricing. Everything has gone up. Even our weights have gone up. I was 100 odd pounds the other day. I'm 200 odd today. Everything is going up. So, Madam Speaker, I support the resolution, but I ask government, in the interest of the rest, look at what is being constructed there, protect our residents against noise pollution, protect our residents against exhaust and smoke inhalation, and subsequently respiratory problems, ailment. And we must look at the prices very seriously. You cannot buy land in that area at $1.6 million for over 2 acres of property. Individuals within my constituency, when they heard the price, are prepared to make offer to purchase it. Only pointing out how important it is to review the prices. Don't let the boys with the mega bucks rob us. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Kalani supports the resolution.
Thank you, Honourable Member.